Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at who can't get you off their mind and why. Okay, please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. I'm now going to show you your crystals. So for pile number 1, we have Aquamarine. For pile number 2, we have Amethyst. For pile number 3, we have green Opal. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, you can pick 2 or all of them. Your intuition will always know best. You can also pause the video if you need more time, and if you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I will see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this Aquamarine crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who can't get you off of their mind and why. Okay, so you chose the card Grateful Optimism with Joyous View of the Future. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards, but before I do, please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. Okay, so for your cards, we have Idyllic Times with the Garden and Paradise. I absolutely love this card. We have the Spider with Creative Projects. We have the Cat with Independence and Healthy Boundaries. For your tarot cards, we have the Guardian, which is the Devil card. If you can hear the background noises where there's gardening happening, I apologize in advance. They just started now as I started recording pile 1. Okay, so the next card we have is the Four of Swords with the Four of Arrows with Rest. The next card we have is the Six of Vessels with Reunion, which is the Six of Cups. The next card we have is the Two of Vessels with Attraction, which is the Two of Cups. The next card we have is the Ace of Summer, which is the Ace of Cups. The next card we have is the Queen of Spring, which is the Queen of Wands. The next card we have is the Six of Spring, which is the Six of Wands. The next card we have is the Knight of Autumn, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, my pile number 1s. Now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly who can't stop thinking about you and why. So I want to say with this person, I feel like for some of you, this is, romantic with the Two of Cups, whereas for others of you, it isn't romantic. It's just, a connection in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic. But I take the Two of Cups as like a connection in your life where your heart has, burned for this person. Your heart has longed for this person before. You've created a connection together. That kind of energy doesn't have to be romantic. Perhaps with the heart burning, maybe your heart longs for this person or their heart longs for yours. And, with the fire around the heart, it kind of gives me the vibe of like a lot of passion between the two of you. If it is romantic, if it's not romantic, then I see that as like this energy of you two just finding a lot of fun being around each other. Fire energy to me is also the energy of creation. That makes sense with the creative projects here. So for some of you, it is not romantic. For some of you, it is just someone you felt drawn to with the attraction here. Someone you felt drawn to, your heart felt drawn to, but you don't necessarily know that well. And you want to start a creative project with them. Perhaps someone at work, or they want to start a creative project with you, something like that. And they can't stop thinking about you because they're thinking about the creative project that they want to create with you. Something along those lines. For some of you, I'm feeling very different energies here, depending on the situation. Okay, so I'll try explain all, but yeah, just be noted, I feel very different energies here for different people. So whoever this is, with the Idyllic Times card and the Garden in Paradise, next to the Devil card, I feel like this person, for some of you, could have had a toxic side to them in the past. That's the feeling I get. Like, it's almost like perhaps they had their shadow self come out in times, and they had their toxic side in the past, but I feel like they have transformed and changed as a person. With the moth here and with the butterfly, both are symbols of transformation. I feel strongly that this person has transformed themselves, transformed their life, transformed those negative parts of themselves that they no longer want. It's like this person, perhaps if this is a no contact situation with the reunion here, perhaps for some of you this person really had that toxic side to them that they needed to fix, that they needed to really work on and transform. For some of you, you set a healthy boundary with this connection with this person and said to them, if you continue being this way, then I can't have, a relationship with you. I can't have a connection with you, depending on what this connection is. Whereas for others of you, I feel like this person has transformed on their own. It wasn't a healthy boundary. It's not like anything, it's not like a no contact for some of you. It's just the energy of they've been working on themselves for a while now. And they've been trying to let go of those toxic parts of themselves. They've been trying to gain independence over their own transformative energies, their own healing journey, finding out why that specific part of them is there, trying to heal it, trying to change and transform themselves is the feeling I get, into the best version of themselves. And it's not like you had to tell them to do that. They did that on their own. I don't think they're even doing it for you, for some of you. I think they just are doing it on their own. Whereas for others of you, if it's like a no contact situation and you set the boundary, then it's not like they're doing it for you, but I think you gave them a wake up call when you set that boundary with them. Because I think they already saw how their actions and how this side of them was affecting you. With the owl here represents wisdom and discernment. So I guess this person had that wisdom to be able to see, okay, this is not going to help my connection with this person if I continue down this path, if I continue down this road. And for some of you, I'm feeling like you have just set this boundary with this person and they are thinking about transforming themselves to be in a reunion with you. And I'm picking up on the future energies. Okay, so it's gonna sound really weird, but I'm feeling that. So for some of you, it's like you just set a boundary with this person, or you just said to this person, you know, I can't be with you right now because I can't be friends with you, I can't be in a relationship with you, or I can't be around you right now until you've changed, until you've transformed yourself to be a better version of yourself. And it's like the future energies where they will transform, if that makes sense. So if you are watching this and if it's in the future energies, just take it like that. Okay? Because I am feeling that for very few of you. Some of you are very, very spiritual and I don't know how to explain this, but you're very, very spiritual, so you're connected to those realms, those higher realms, and you can tap into those energies. So I'm able to tap into those future energies for you without even asking, if that makes sense. Okay, so I just see that this person has been consistently with the Knight of Pentacles. They're standing over a turtle. I don't know. It gives me that energy of slow and steady wins a race. This person has been slowly working on themselves, consistently working on themselves to be a better person, to be the best version of themselves, to let go of those old parts of them that they no longer want. With the skeleton, I see that as like death and rebirth, since it's next to this card with the moth here. I see it as like a death and rebirth cycle this person has been going through, trying to transform the old parts of themselves that they no longer want to becoming a better version of themselves. For some of you, this person has been doing it in the physical realm, like trying to perhaps eat healthier, be healthier in their physical body, and be the best version of themselves there, and like really take care of themselves with, for some of you, like self-care. For some of you, it's like gymming, exercising. For some of you, it's like this person's been trying to take care of their health. I'm hearing health. I don't really do health readings, but I'm hearing that, so I'm just going to honor that message. Like perhaps their health hasn't been doing well for a while, and now they're trying to take care of their health consistently and maintain that. For some of you, it's been emotional healing that this person has been trying to work on themselves and transform themselves. Like with the lotus flower here in the Ace of Cups, I now know why I chose both of these decks, because we have the Devil card with a skeleton here, and then the lotus flower. And the skeleton to me reminds me of like that energy of death and rebirth, like I said. But the lotus flower is a symbol of healing and transformation. And the lotus flower starts off as a seed in the mud. The mud is a representation for the darkness, the kind of lessons we go through, the kind of hardship we go through on earth. And then it grows and grows into the water, and the water is a representation for the healing, the compassion that takes place to ourselves while we are healing, and the nurturing we give to ourselves while we are healing. Then it blooms and blossoms into, in this case, a white, beautiful lotus flower, which represents purity. And then here we have the idyllic times with the garden and paradise card. So perhaps this person has become more of a pure soul in this healing journey, or they've allowed their light to shine more by transmuting parts of their darkness. And I mean darkness lightly. I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean it in like their shadow self. Perhaps this person has been doing shadow work and healing parts of their wounded inner child, healing parts of their wounded inner teenager, healing parts of their wounded self, past life selves. Some of you, like this person, is very much a pure soul, but then they had that wounded shadow self with them. And the feeling I get is, for some of you, like this person is also very, they can feel things, they can feel energies, if that makes sense. They're very empathic is the feeling I get. And they naturally feel when something needs to heal without realizing it consciously. So for example, as I said with past life healing, let's say this person wants to heal a wound of theirs that they know is hurting them. Let's say, for example, they're healing something and it's also from past lives, but they don't realize. But now they're really working on healing themselves. They just feel this urgency to heal, but they don't know why. And then they do specific things like perhaps journaling or art therapy, or they actually go to therapy and talk to someone and learn these things and grow as a person and start to bloom and blossom into the best version of themselves, is what I take with that purity energy, or the version of themselves that is at peace is what I'm feeling. The version of themselves that has the most pure intentions for all beings on earth. The version of themselves that is the most serene and optimistic for the future. The version of themselves that creates the best reality for themselves with the spider here, because the spider weaves its own web. That's what I feel here. So even if it is like a project or this person wants to work on with you, this is what I feel like. For most of you, this person is transforming themselves in a way. Because the butterfly here and the moth here are not a coincidence, that both show up. This death and rebirth energy with the skeleton as well as the lotus flower, it's all together showing the same message at once. So I think that is really beautiful. I think this person has been consistently working on themselves and healing. For some of you, it is this person healing their mental health. For some of you, I'm hearing this person has been healing anger issues. That's just for very few of you. Or parts of themselves that are destructive. They've been trying to figure out why it was like that and take away that destruction energy and create the best reality for themselves with the spider. For some of you, this person may be creative with the spider, or just the type of person that is now trying to create the best reality for themselves and not let life kind of pass them by. I feel like for most of you, they're in their cocoon stage right now, and then they're about to come out like a butterfly, is the feeling I get. And they're very optimistic of the future with you. For some of you, like where it is a no contact situation, or you've set a boundary with this person and they're really having that restful healing in order to grow closer to you, but also to better themselves at the same time. For those of you where it's like a creative project you're working on together, or like that type of energy of working on something together, this feeling of like this person perhaps transforming as well their skills so that they can be their best self with you, if that makes sense. Um, I mean this in a way of like, let's say, for example, let's say you work with this person and they want to start a creative project with you, and they're really, really excited to start this creative project with you, but perhaps it's something to do with their own healing journey. Like, let's say, for example, they want to. Spirit is showing me 13 going on 30, where she makes her own, like, magazine cover thing, where she's working there and she kind of takes a picture of all of them, like as if they're in a class photo, but it's like real to her, you know what I mean? So perhaps this person is taking bits and pieces of what they've learned within their journey as a human, trying to be the best version of themselves and put this in a creative project, but also master their skill and transform their skills so that they can really put the best of themselves into it. It just seems like if it is a creative project, this person is, optimistic for the future, and they're trying to gain their own independence in a way and work on things themselves before they come to you, with that offer or with that kind of energy. For some of you, you already know about this, and it's like just preparation, as we see here. For others of you, like as I said, if it's like a connection where it's close to your heart, and this person's been transforming themselves because it's needed for this connection to elevate, I feel like you're both pure souls together. Whereas this person has been trying to independently do this themselves and not have you tell them to do it. They've been trying to follow their own wisdom and discernment, and I feel like they've been trying to create the best reality for the both of you to be together, if that makes sense. And they're very optimistic for the future, hoping you two can also transform your connection together, is something I'm seeing. So there is this energy of preparation. For some of you, I'm just noticing it looks like a little Coke bottle here. It looks like a picnic basket. Oh my gosh. I was drawn to this, but I didn't know why. But now that I look closer at it, like there's 2 glasses of wine there. Picnic basket. For some of you, if it's romantic or friendship, this person wants to ask you out on a picnic kind of day where you two can talk out in nature, something like that. Or something fun like a date for the two of you where you two can really talk, even if it's a friendship date. But there is this feeling of preparation, as we see here. It looks like this woman is getting ready, and here we see this woman getting ready. There's this feeling of like this person is preparing to come into your life with something big, either with a big offer of like a creative project, like I mentioned before, because this kind of reminds me of like the vibe where, in movies when someone is getting ready and then they're singing and dancing while they're getting ready and they're excited for the day ahead and they feel like something big is going to happen. That's a feeling I get here. For some of you, I'm hearing this person is planning to travel to you. Like if this person lives far and they're preparing for that, or they're preparing for the day you spend together, where they want to ask you to meet up or something, or they're planning to kind of prepare their best self, their best version for you. And they're excited. They're feeling very excited and grateful and optimistic for you to notice their growth if that makes sense. I just feel that energy, like this person's preparing to see you or preparing to offer you something. And with all the yellow flowers here, it's giving me a vibe of like sunshine energy. Like, I'm happy. Like, I feel like this person's happy to see you. They're excited. They're excited to offer you something. And they want to transform this situation with you. But like I said, they've just come out of their cocoon. Look at this like fairy here. They've just come out of their cocoon and they're learning to fly with their new butterfly wings is the feeling I get. Perhaps for some of you, I'm feeling like this kind of reminds me of marriage. You know, when someone gets married and people are busy fixing up her dress. Or for some of you, it's like I'm hearing prom, like this person wants to ask you out to prom, or like this person wants to ask you out on a date and, you know, get you really pretty and take you somewhere really good where you will enjoy it, because the flowers here gives me the vibe of like something special happening, or like an occasion or an anniversary happening between the two of you, or just something special they have planned for you. Also here there's a dresser in the back, so perhaps this person is kind of getting ready to see you or to talk to you or something. It seems like this person's journey has been very successful. For some of you, this person's very wealthy or very successful, or they've just have this inner wealth is something I'm hearing. This inner success in the thing they have tried to do consistently here with transforming themselves in their life. So I feel the reason, as I said, why this person has you on their mind, why they can't get you off their mind, is because they've been preparing to see you, or to talk to you, or to have this special occasion with you, and they're excited to show you this brand new version of themselves. They're excited for the future because they feel optimistic, and they feel like they can come to you with this newfound version of themselves and give you some kind of offer. They can give you an offer that is prepared and it is properly in place. And for some of you, it is a reunion. If you have been in no contact and they're excited to come back to you. So this is what I feel in your reading, my pile number ones. I really hope that this message resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you pick this amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who can't get you off their mind and why, okay? So you chose the card Power Over Difficulty with Reclaiming Your Power. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of your cards now, but before I do, please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. So for your cards, we have Precognition with Psychic Ability and Future Vision. We have the Lady of the Lake with Absolute Truth, Courage, Self-Respect, and Responsibility. We have the Fire Fairy with Creative Action and Optimism. For your tarot cards, we have the Seer, which is the High Priestess. We have the Three of Arrows with Jealousy reversed, which is the Three of Swords reversed. We have the 6 of arrows with transition, which is the 6 of swords. We have the 8 of stones with skill, which is the 8 of pentacles. We have the 5 of autumn, which is the 5 of pentacles. No, this is the 5 of cups. No. I'm sorry. This is the 5 of pentacles. Sorry. I'm still kind of learning the different suits, like with the autumn, the spring. I just confused you there. I'm sorry. We have the 5 of summer, which is the 5 of cups now. Okay, that makes sense. We have the hermit. This bird looks so interesting. I wonder what type of bird this is. We have the 10 of summer, which is the 10 of cups. As I pulled this card out, it felt like fairies were flying all around me, and I just got dizzy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't see it visually, but like in my mind's eye, clairvoyantly, you get what I mean? Not like in my physical reality, but like in my mind's eye. So that's very cool. Okay, my pile number 2s. Now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly who can't stop thinking about you, who can't get you off their mind, and why. Okay, so you know how you chose the amethyst crystal? You also have the precognition card with psychic ability and future vision, but you also have the seer, which is the high priestess. That is not a coincidence, my pile number 2s, not a coincidence at all. So I feel like as I start off this reading, I want to say you already intuitively know who this is. That can't stop thinking about you, that can't get you off their mind. You already intuitively know who this is, or you intuitively already have an idea, or you have received some type of visions or dreams about this person, or perhaps what they're doing, maybe not the person, but what they're doing. I just feel like you psychically and intuitively are already caught up on something here. So I want you to trust your intuition when listening to this reading, because there's something here about your intuition that is on point, my pile number 2s, about the situation, even if you don't feel so yourself. So I feel you intuitively feel something about this person. It's so weird because clairaudiently, it wasn't like in my house or anything, but clairaudiently, you know what I mean? I just heard like spirit in my ear almost make like a mouse sound. So perhaps a mouse has something to do with the vision or like a meaning of it. I just want to look what the spiritual meaning of a mouse is. A mouse symbolism. Okay, they are seen as a symbol of courage and persistence, with a capability to do grand things despite their small size. Some tribes have the mouse depicted as their clan animals due to its ability to adapt and survive, while others believe it to be magical and often refer it in practices of witchcraft. Okay, I did feel this energy before we started your reading as we were laying out your cards for some of you. So, I don't want to scare you in this reading, my pile number 2s, but I will say, for those of you that do feel like it is witchcraft, it is something you have already intuitively seen. If it's not something you've intuitively seen, then leave this message. This is not your message. Because I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you. Okay? If you have already intuitively felt or seen that someone is trying to do witchcraft on you, then this is your confirmation. Okay? If you've had dreams about it, this is your confirmation. If you've intuitively seen it, this is your confirmation. Whereas for others of you, if you've already intuitively seen someone having jealous energy towards you, then this is your message. Okay? Whereas for others of you, perhaps it's like you have the ability to adapt and survive no matter what others do to you. Or for most of you, actually, I feel like you have the ability to adapt and survive regardless of what others do to you. And perhaps that's something, a theme in this connection. Reading, I don't know why I said connection. Okay, but yeah. I feel here you've definitely seen something to do with this. Either you've seen someone being jealous towards you, as we see here with the word jealousy, and I did feel a jealous energy here. Especially, I'll tell you why. Because we have the Hermit here. But look at this Hermit card. This man is looking out. It looks like he's kind of trapped inside. Looks like he's kind of locked inside, and he's looking out at this bird. But then when you look at these two cards next to each other, doesn't it look like this energy of this man is trapped here inside, trapped inside his own home, and he's actually not looking at the bird, he's looking at these people over there, having fun and playing, and his face doesn't look happy. Okay? So I felt this energy like someone's watching you on social media or somewhere, like they're watching you, keeping tabs on you, trying to ask people about you, and it's like they see you having fun, they see you enjoying life, they see you having people around you that love you, they just see you happy and enjoying life, and they are mad. They are jealous. They are just, I don't know what else to say. That's the energy I feel. They're mad because you're happy. And it's like, with the Hermit showing up here, I see this as Spirit's message of this person. Even though we have the Hermit here, I feel like the Hermit talks about looking within and someone being self-aware and things like that. But I feel like since I'm getting this energy, it's like this person is not self-aware and they need to look within. Because it's like they're looking at you from afar, having fun, enjoying your life. Look at that. And they really need to go within and understand why they get so upset at you enjoying your life. Because you know what? The truth is, this man can step out of his house, walk down the stairs, walk to this waterfall outside of his window, and go play with them. He doesn't have to be stuck in his home, watching, staring, burning holes of jealousy through to them with his eyes. He can naturally walk down and go to this waterfall and go play with them. They will naturally welcome him in. You know what I mean? No one's saying he can't go and have fun. No one's saying he can't go and play with them. And I'm not saying he in a literal sense. It could be also a woman or non-binary. I don't know. I don't know the gender of the person, but I just mean it like in the sentence of this card. If I think about it logically with these two cards together, if it was like a story, logically he can go down and play with them and go have fun with them. He's not stuck in his home, but he feels like he's stuck. Well, I feel this energy of stuckness because we have these bars here and they kind of remind me of jail. He's not stuck here, but he in his mind he's keeping himself stuck. So perhaps this is someone that watches you having fun, watches you enjoying your life, watches you being happy and is really, really jealous of you, is really, really, they can't stand to see someone else having fun and being happy. But at the same time, I feel like you, my pal number twos, have been working very hard on yourself to also, better yourself in your career is something I'm hearing from Spirit. Where you've been trying to better yourself in career, you've been trying to better yourself in different ways and, upgrade your life, if that makes sense. And you've been also trying to have more happier, fun, sunshine-full days with, the connections around you. And I feel like this person, you know what? I see their inner child and I feel compassion towards them, even if they are doing witchcraft. And I'll tell you why. I feel their inner child, and I feel their inner child has been left out. I feel their inner child has never been included in the fun. I feel their inner child has some sort of resentment towards other people having fun because their inner child could not have fun. Perhaps this person grew up in poverty and they saw their friends going out having fun but they could not, or as a teenager, or perhaps this person could not have fun at home. Perhaps they had very strict parents, and now when they see you having fun, they trap themselves in their mind, in their subconscious, because it's something deeper. It's not you. It's something deeper within their own subconscious mind that you're triggering unintentionally. But it's like them. It's something to do with them and their childhood and their pain. And let's say they see you really working on yourself, doing the moves in your career, and they feel like they can't do it because perhaps someone told them they would never amount to anything. That's the feeling I get. Perhaps this person had a lack of love with the Five of Pentacles, had a lack of love, had a lack of money, had a lack of fun in their life. And now it's in their subconscious mind with the Hermit, locked away in their subconscious mind, and they need to go within to find it. To find the reason why it's like this. Perhaps for some of you, as we see here in this Five of Cups card, we see this lady has built a sandcastle, and it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. It even has jewels on the side. It's gorgeous, isn't it? But this water is washing it away. So perhaps this person, you've built something strong for yourself. You've built something beautiful for yourself, and your connections around you, and your friendships, and your connections, in your work, everything. You've built something beautiful for yourself, and you're proud of it, and you love it, and you love your life. You love the life you've built for yourself. But this person here is trying to kind of wash away what you've built for yourself, wash away the smiles you've created for yourself, wash away the kind of fun you've created yourself. And there's this feeling of perhaps they're trying to almost rain on your parade because they see you having fun and living your life and being happy. And it's they feel this jealousy towards you, my pal number twos. And I feel sorry for them, why as well? Because I feel like someone did this to them when they were a kid or when they were a teenager. I feel like someone bullied them or rained on their parade when they were happy and smiling and having fun, and now they're doing the same to you. For some of you, this person has been bullied when they were younger by their siblings or by school friends or things like that. They've been constantly bullied, constantly made fun of for the things they built or created for themselves. Even though it was gorgeous and beautiful, it's people would make fun of it and rain on their parade, and now they're trying to do that to you because there's some part of their inner child that has not healed, or some part of the inner teenager that still holds on to that pain and wants to reenact it. to almost have power over the situation. So I really feel sorry for this person. I really do. And it's because I see this person's pain and hurt, and I understand where it comes from. But at the same time, it doesn't excuse their behavior. We can understand and have compassion for a person and why they are the way they are, but it doesn't excuse their behavior. The truth is, this person needs to work on themselves with the Eight of Pentacles. The truth is, this person needs to look within and find the truth deep within their subconscious mind. The truth is, this person doesn't have any self-respect for themselves or others. The truth is, this person is almost trying to create a lack within your life of love, of happiness, of joy, of success, because they've experienced lack within their own life. And that's not fair. So this person has experienced difficult moments, and they're very resilient. But you are too, my pile number twos, with the power over difficulty card and the mouse symbolism. I see this as you are not someone that can be broken easily. They can't rain on your parade if you have built something steady and strong for yourself. You know what the message I see here is? With the sandcastle. If this lady had built the sandcastle a little bit, a few steps behind, perhaps the water wouldn't wash it over. You know what I mean? I see it, that message is like, perhaps she built it too close towards the water. And it's like, the message behind this card is, what I see is, when you build things with a stable foundation, it doesn't mean behind, I just mean it as a metaphor. Like, when you build things with a stable foundation and you plan things correctly, no one can rain on your parade. Because you've already built everything and it's set in place and it's stable, just like a tree. You know, when you plant a tree, it's not going to fall over. And I want you to be like that in yourself, in your self-worth, my pile number twos, in your work, in everything you do. Be so strong and stable within yourself that no one can shake you like a tree. No one can push you over. No one can rain on your parade unless you allow them to. Okay, so I want to say that, and I want to say you are extremely protected against this person, is what I feel strongly from Spirit. I feel like this person is taking out their own pain onto you, because we see the Three of Swords reversed, and it says jealousy, and I didn't understand why this specific tarot deck said jealousy, because usually it's heartbreak. But now that I look back at it after explaining this message to you, I understand why I was drawn to using this deck today, both of these decks. I didn't know why, I was just drawn to it, because I don't really use it that much. But now I understand why. It's like that saying, hurt people hurt people. They've been hurt. Their heart has been hurt. And now they're trying to hurt your heart. Are you going to allow them to rain on your parade, my pile number twos? No, you're not. And that is the feeling I get from your pile. So if it is a situation here like this, my advice for you today is to continue being you, continue shining, continue having that spark for life. Let them watch you like a hawk. Let them have jealousy towards you. Let them do whatever they need to do. You are protected. And I actually pulled an extra card, but I could not include it because there was no space. But I'm going to include it to change the energy around. Because I felt the energy of like either witchcraft or jealousy in the beginning of the reading. But then I thought, nah, maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just overthinking. And then with the mouse symbolism, it just confirmed it for me. So I'm going to put this card here. It's the Four of Stones, which is the Four of Pentacles with protection. And we see this little deer here, this cute little deer. And I feel like this is you, my pal number 2s. You're this cute, gentle little deer. You couldn't hurt a fly. You couldn't hurt anyone. And you are truthful within yourself, as we see here. And you are being protected by the universe. So I want you to know that you are being protected. Your gentle nature is being protected. You will continue to shine like a star, my pal number 2s, and you will continue to enjoy your life and have fun and that kind of energy. And no one can rain on your parade if you don't allow them to. No one can rain on your parade. You and your happiness is protected, okay? I want to say that very strongly. Like, no one can rain on your parade. Let them watch you like a hawk. Let them, try to do witchcraft or be jealous of you. Let them do that, because they're not going to get anywhere with it. They're just wasting their time, and that's the truth here. Because the universe, God, your angels, your ancestors are protecting you heavily from this person. I feel here, and you've also been drawn to this pile today to see the truth. Because I didn't understand why this truth card came out, but you've been drawn to this pile today to see the truth, to see that you are stronger than anything this person throws at you, to see that you can continue being optimistic for the future, to see that you can continue being that fiery self of yours, to see that you can continue creating in your life, to see that you can continue having a spark for life and joy for life, and let them watch you like a hawk and burn like evil eye into you with their eyes. But it's not even gonna burn you. It's gonna go past you. You know what I mean? And you're gonna continue to gain even more power over these difficult moments, because you are extremely resilient souls, my pal number 2s. And you know what Spirit is showing me? The starfish. These starfish is the kind of energy of like, you can cut its little leg off, but it will grow back. And that's you, my pal number 2s. You're going to continue growing and continue having happiness and a joy for life and whatever about this person. You are on their mind because they can't stand to see you being happy, my pal number 2s. Because they themselves are unhappy within their own life. And it's just jealousy. Now I'm hearing that song, jealousy, jealousy. So I feel here there's nothing to worry about, my pal number 2s. I want you to continue being your best self, continue having fun in life, continue putting your energy towards bettering your life and building a stable foundation for yourself in your life. And you are going to be transported away from this, as we see in this card, from this energy. I love that this card has a boat on it with a swan, because the swan is an energy of like purity and gentleness. So the universe will let you sail away from this energy and let you work on yourself in protection, as we see here, and work on your life in protection and not let this person ever hit you. It's almost like they're showing me Pirates of the Caribbean, when they have those boats and then they're shooting things at each other, but it's almost like your boat is invisible to them, if that makes sense, energetically. So Spirit is taking you away from this situation, and I want you to know that this truth has come out today for you to be aware of it, but also for you to understand it deeper and understand how powerful you are. Okay? And the reason why this person has you on their mind rent-free is because they can't stand to see other people being happy within their lives. Okay? And they almost want to tear you down because they can't be happy themselves. For some of you, this person is planning to tell you the truth on their jealousy, but I would say that's just for a very few of you. Whereas for others of you, I feel like you're going to see the truth of it, or continue to see the truth of it through readings or through psychic abilities, or the truth may come out after you see it in a psychic ability vision. Perhaps this person is worried about the truth coming out. Something about the truth coming out in some way. Like maybe this person is seen doing something, or seen saying something, and it's like, then you have physical evidence or proof of this. Okay, so that is what I see in your reading, my pile number 2s. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this green opal crystal, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at who can't get you off their mind and why. Okay, please be aware this is a general reading to only take what resonates and leave the rest, as the messages may differ for everyone watching. You chose the card River of Blessings with releasing constraints. I want to say, as I tapped into your energy, I just feel very peaceful and calm. I feel like almost like just free, if that makes sense. I just feel very peaceful and calm in your energy. That's what I want to say. I'm going to add the rest of your cards now. Okay, so for your cards, we have deep emotions with unknown feelings and past life influences. We have communication. If you can hear the gardeners in the background, I apologize in advance for the noises. We have the card Forgiveness. We have the 7 of Vessels with Mourning, which is the 7 of Cups. We have the Forest Lovers, which is the Lovers card. We have the Ace of Stones with the Foundation of Life, which is the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Bows with Responsibility, which is the 10 of Wands. We have the 4 of Autumn, which is the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Winter, which is the 8 of Swords. We have the Fairy Bride, which is I just want to check what card this is. This is the Lovers. Okay, that's interesting. So the Lovers is showing up twice with different tarot decks. And lastly, we have the Star card. Okay, my pile number 3s. Now that we have your cards laid out, I see exactly who can't get you off their mind and why. So I want to say this pile is extremely similar to pile number 1. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, that is a sign to, maybe go and watch that as well. But there are their own similarities in this pile, but also differences to pile number 1. So I just want to say that if you weren't drawn to that, that's also okay. Okay, I see here this could be, a romantic connection with the Lovers showing up twice, or an ex-lover, or perhaps this could be someone you had a lot of love for. The Lovers doesn't always necessarily mean romantic, but someone you have a lot of love for. Someone you want to kind of be in the long run with, or they want to be in the long run with you. Because in this Forest Lovers card, we see two people looking into each other's eyes with deep vulnerability and love, and they've tied their hands together, showing the symbol of this kind of commitment, or this kind of like, we're in this together, our connection is eternal, that kind of energy. So that is what I'm seeing very clearly. For some of you, I feel like if it is not romantic, it's like a friend or like someone you have a deep love for, where you're both in it for the long run. Or perhaps if it's like an ex-lover, ex-friend, perhaps you've let go of this person, but they're still holding on to you and the memories you have together. For some of you with the fairy bride here, it's still even giving this energy of commitment and like this feeling of we're in it for the long run. Because when we think of a bride or a wedding, it's that kind of energy of this eternal love. And we even have past life influences here. So perhaps this is a connection you've had from past lives, and it's like the love between you two is eternal, even if you're not physically with each other. For some of you, I feel like this is a passed on loved one with the Mourning card that wants to speak to you in this reading. Okay, that's just for a very few of you. Whereas for others of you, this person is alive and perhaps mourning your connection, or mourning someone in their life, or going through their own sort of pain with the mourning here. That's the feeling I get here. Perhaps they are healing deep emotions, because we also have the Star card, which talks about healing. So there is this feeling of this person is healing or wanting to heal your connection, is something I see within your cards. And there's this feeling of this person feeling stuck. Perhaps for some of you, if it is a separation kind of situation where you're not in contact, because we have the Eight of Swords, perhaps this person is mourning your connection for some of you and wants to ask you for forgiveness, wants to communicate to you and release the constraints in the past that were holding your connection, that was making your connection stuck in a way, with the Eight of Swords. So with this card, Four of Autumn, we see a man holding this nut, and the squirrel wants a nut, but the man's like, no. So with this kind of Four of Pentacles energy, I feel like perhaps some of you have told this person, no, I'm not going to give you my love. You're not going to be in my life until, you work on yourself and really heal whatever is keeping this connection stuck, whatever is keeping this connection from flowing the best that it can. Okay, so for some of you, you're in separation with this person, or no contact, or you've set a boundary with this person and said they need to work on themselves in order to get your love. I see that as like the nut. It's something valuable to this person, the love you have together, and in order to get that, they need to work on themselves. So here in the Eight of Swords, we see someone being stuck by these fairies. These little fairies are being very witty, and they're wrapping some string around her. She wants to give this this food to someone, but these little fairies are just kind of like being playful and not allowing her to fully give this food to someone. So I see this as like, perhaps the energy is much more playful than just being stuck. It's not that kind of stuck feeling as we usually see in the Eight of Swords. It's more of a playful kind of stuck energy. So perhaps I see this as like, if I had to give an example, let's say, you set a boundary with someone that is very close to you, and you were like, kind of playful about it. It's not too much of a serious situation, but let's just say, for example, I'll give a silly example. Let's say the person you are in a romantic connection with is going through a hard time right now and is playing a lot of Xbox and not paying attention to you. That's like a silly example. And then, you're almost feeling stuck because this person's playing and not taking you seriously while you're trying to maybe have dinner together or something. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to cook you dinner anymore until you learn to stop playing Xbox when we have dinner. Like, that's just a silly example of the energy. But that's what I mean by stuck, but not stuck in the sense of hardship, if that makes sense. Not stuck in the way of like doomsday kind of energy. You get what I mean? Or like, let's say this person has some type of habit that you set a boundary with, that you said, you know what, if we want to be having a strong foundation together and work on this connection, you need to get rid of this bad habit in order to not have this stuckness, and it's like a playful kind of energy. It's not too harsh, if that makes sense. That's the kind of feeling I get here. And if you feel this situation is harsh, perhaps Spirit is letting you know that there's a playfulness to it. There's a lightheartedness to it. Perhaps your emotional reaction, your deep emotions are telling you it's a tough situation, but in actual fact, it's not. These fairies can just unwrap her very quickly and stop being playful, and she will be free. She's not stuck, you know what I mean? So there is this feeling of like, you two are stuck together for the long run. That's the kind of feeling I get from this person's energy. Like, we're stuck together for the long run. I have love for you for the long run, regardless of if you have love for me or not. And there is a sense of commitment here, or perhaps this person wants to come back and offer you commitment if it is, a romantic situation. Perhaps this person, maybe you and this person have had a rough patch in your connection and they want to offer you more love or more commitment or something like that, and communicate to you, seek forgiveness from you. That's the feeling I get here. With the star, this person wants to heal either themselves, what they're mourning from. Maybe they're mourning your connection and they want to heal that, or perhaps they're mourning something specific in their heart that is dear to them that they can no longer have, and they want to heal that, or they want to heal your connection together because perhaps things in your connection have been very hard. But I do see this person putting in the work. With the 10 of Wands here, this person is really putting their all into creating a stable foundation with you so that you two can have the most beautiful connection that blossoms and blooms here. And with the butterfly in the back, a connection that transforms into something beautiful. Or perhaps this person wants to transform themselves in order to be the best lover, friend, family member to you, to have the best connection with you. So I do feel some hope here, okay? And I do feel like you two have a lot of deep emotions towards each other, or at least this person feels things very deeply towards you. Perhaps you feel it is a risk to forgive this person, but I feel like this person has really been working on themselves, working to transform themselves for the better, and almost like playfully get themselves unstuck. This person has been contemplating you a lot and has been contemplating the things that have been keeping them stuck. They've been looking at the truth and they've been healing those parts of them that have been there for a long time, if that makes sense. So I really feel like this person has been having realizations to help free themselves from whatever the stuckness is, or from whatever the stuckness is in your connection. Okay, and they've been trying to heal their emotions and release the constraints that prevent you from being fully together. So there is this sense of this person contemplating asking for your forgiveness, or communicating to you what they have realized in your connection, or what they have realized about the truth. But there's a lightheartedness energy to this connection, and I really feel good about this. I really feel like, as much as you may feel this is a risk, I don't know what happened here, but I feel from spirit that this person can't get you off their mind, because they really feel something deep towards you, and they really want to work on this connection and transform this connection with you. So that is what I feel here. I honestly feel like there's hope with the star. There's some kind of like sense of miracle playing out with the star card. And there's some sense of like the spiritual energies telling you that it's okay to, have hope with this connection, because the star is the energy of hope, of miracles, of healing. Okay, and I really feel here with the fairy bride, perhaps there is going to be more commitment or more serious energy with this connection, where it's like we're stuck together for the long run, but not stuck in the sense of stuck, but like I want to be with you in the long run. Perhaps for some of you, this person wants to propose to you with the fairy bride, or, propose something to you, like propose an offer to you that allows you to have more of a deeper bond together. Like, for example, let's say this person says, let's move in together, and let's really build a strong foundation together so we can form a deeper bond together. Or let's say this person says, let's go on holiday together and really have fun together and really transform our situation by spending time together, just the two of us. Now I'm hearing that song, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. So I do feel a lighthearted energy here. You know what I mean? And I don't know what happened where they want to ask for your forgiveness, but I feel like the situation is going to free itself of the hardships that have been here. Okay, so this is what I feel in your reading, my pile number 3s. I have nothing else to say about this. Of course, the decision is up to you. It's up to you to discern, because of course I am just looking into a small portion of your life. I have no idea what happened here, but I will say I feel such a positive energy here. But of course the decision is ultimately up to you, and when this person does come to perhaps communicate to you, if it is a situation of no contact, or they want to ask for your forgiveness, I would say perhaps hear them out before you make your decision. Before you say no to them, perhaps hear them out and see what they have to say to you, because I feel like what they have to say to you comes from a pure place, because this bride is even wearing white. It comes from a pure place of deep emotion and love. And that is what I will say. I feel like the intentions here are pure right now. I don't know how they were in the past, but I feel right now they are pure and they're loving. So this is what I feel in your reading, my pile number 3s. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!